Okay, this is going to be the reading for Capricorn for March 2021. I did a universal energy report earlier on in the feed, so check that out on top of these readings. Should help you fine-tune spiritually where you're at. Okay, first card from the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck that we get for Capricorn is 23 Integrity. So there's a lot of symbolism here. We have the Owl of Wisdom, right? We have the leopard, cheetah, leopard. Interesting, we have the horns with peacock feathers, which can speak to the ego dangling there, you know, like we're dangling our egos outward here somewhat. I feel like at this time there's a need to look at our integrity as we go forward. I'll leave it at that. Next card. We have the Eight of Water. And here this person is got their chakra system lit up. It's about illumination. It's also about joy and happiness. I feel like we're trying to attain this. I feel like we're trying to attain our joy and happiness while following that integrity line. I feel like this is either what we're trying to accomplish or the challenge that we have at this time. The next card we have is the Four of Air. And I always say this speaks to mental mechanics. There's a lot of processing we're doing in our brain at this point in order to, make things happen. Now, I'm getting a devious energy here. So I feel like, oh, there goes the integrity. We are trying to make our wishes come true, but I don't feel we want to take our integrity with us. Or we may be acting physically from a sense of not taking our integrity with us. Our integrity is there to be noticed, but what makes us happy is on the other side of that, I feel. Now this Four of Air is really speaking to manipulation, tactics. How can I do this and get away with it without being looked at as having a lack of integrity? Faking it, right? And not making it the sense I'm getting. How do we do this and get away with it? It's really what I'm going to leave it at that. Go to the next row. Okay, on top of the integrity card, what do we get? Loyalty. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? 33. Very spiritual number, loyalty. And they're going again, look at the eyes, shock. Right? It would shock people if they knew what we truly did. I'm getting this. So there's a sense here we're covering things up quite well, actually. This will not always be. They said correction. Will not always continue to be. Okay, so just take that in. Just take that in. That's the little tip there. Okay, Eight of Water. This is really our happiness. Sits in the center of the reading. And it is the dolphins. They're the highest frequency. And they want you to be playful and joyful and happy and everything's, you know. What do we get to clarify there? We get cycles, yeah. There's a cycle here that is looping through. Obviously having to do with our integrities. Loyalties within partnerships, within business, could be in any direction whatsoever. We're really looking at things like, I want this. What do I need to do to get this? Who do I need to lie to make sure I have it? Whether it's good or not, we're not taking that into account. I feel like the integrity is falling off here. I feel like the integrity is the hint from the universe, beware. We're going to warn you before we hit you with another tower. Because there's a cycle here that wants to close out having to do with the lack of integrity that we may be holding or we may be witnessing. Again, this could be you going outward, which is what I'm picking up, or people coming towards you in this energy. Lack of integrity and us not doing anything about it. Now, on the Four of Air, speaking to, again, I feel manipulation tactics. I feel, sorry, but this is what I'm getting. I'm feeling like we are going to get what we want, and if we have to lie to people to get it, then so be it. But we're going to get what we want. And maybe nobody needs to know about it. This is what I'm getting. And we're going to do our darndest to make sure that nobody knows about it. But in the meantime, we're going to get what we want. So beware. This is your warning. I feel like some people are going to get a 2-week flag for this. Others may not get a warning. They may just get a tower. Be careful. That's all I'm saying, because the universe is smacking it down. Okay. So on top of that, we get self-worth. So due to this, lack of integrity is directly connected to self-worth. We do not feel we are worthy of integrity. Therefore, we'll do whatever to get what we want. And each time we do it, we deplete our self-worth more and more and more. So truly making us happy is becoming more of a labor. But we may work harder to do it, but it will continue to elude us because our self-worth's not in the right place. Give me a minute here. We may have someone in a relationship here who is just not loyal. And they don't want to be loyal. And they don't want to have the kudos for being loyal. They just don't want it. They just want what they want, and they want to get it. So yeah, the happiness goes a fine line, because if I want 1, I want 2, I want 3, I want 4. If I want them all, I can have them all. They're like, yeah, but somebody's out of the loop. You know, we have loyalty here where someone expects it and someone's not given it. So that person that's expecting it needs to be let in on the fact that we're not getting it. Then it's okay. Because if they don't mind, then you don't mind, then it's an agreement. But if there's somebody here we're hiding it from, which is what I get from the 4 of air, is if nobody knows, right? Just go out there and be yourself. Go out. If you're having 3, 4, 5, then have 3, 4, 5 and let it out. You know, be open with it. But there's a sense of holding back, and that depletes our self-worth, which in turn, you know, integrity, what's that? Kind of... hate to say, but this is what I'm getting. So there's a sense of loyalties here getting in the way of our fun. That's really what it is. And it's also getting in the way of our self-worth ride. We're just not clicking away on that either. But this is a cycle that is happening, and we're doing it over and over and over again. So we'll see what happens here with the next card. So on top of the integrity, with the Divine Tarot, we get the Hermit. Integrity, loyalty, and Hermit. So this may be a sense of us going inside to figure out how to do, but the sad thing is I feel like we're trying to figure out how to deceive someone. We're not figuring out how to be true and dignified, what do you call that, of society, a person of society. Yeah, we're trying to really... But anyway, I'm going to move forward here. There's somebody wanting to keep things on the sly. They do not feel... They do not have a self-worth in order to come from integrity. And therefore is lost on them. Integrity, what is that? Like, it really is... The concept is lost. There's no integrity here. The loyalty does not mean much in relationships with this person. So again, it could be you or someone outside of you. But there's a sense, the Hermit always goes in to illuminate, to gain knowledge, to gain wisdom. So let's see where he goes. Because the happiness, right, and the cycles, as we go into that role, because they want you to, the universe does want you to be happy, and it is part of your path as you go forward. There's a cycle here of hitting ourselves in the integrity zone, like taking hits in the integrity where we just, there's not much left of it here. That's the cycle, I feel. It's like we've hit ourselves so many times with this lack of integrity that we just don't feel we need it anymore. On top of that, we get the High Priestess. Well, what do you know? She speaks to secrets. And I feel like the Capricorn does have a few secrets here. One, they're not willing to share. And some that they've gained along the way. But again, not choosing to take the high road is really what I'm getting. We're taking a selfish road here. We're going to take what we want. But we're going to be a lot more secretive about it in the future. Because we don't want our secrets to be revealed. We want to be able to do it and not have anybody know about it. And the sense I get from this person and the energy that I'm picking up on is, you know what, if I have to cut out all my friends, all my family and everything to continue to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's that. Because I'm going to get what I want. And that is frankly the wrong way. Universally will not benefit. But this is the choice, right? There's free will, so there they go. Now, next line. Again, this is the manipulation. The self-worth is being chipped away. Why? Because we're manipulating energies here to get what we want, but we don't realize yet that it does not serve us. It's not for our highest good, and it will not truly make us happy. But this is the road we're going down. So we're going to learn a lot here about what truly makes us happy, is the sense I'm getting. So on top of the self-worth, we get the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is about fast-paced energy. It can be about communication that affects us highly. It can be about travel. I have a feeling travel is high. How do you say? A high factor here. This person either travels a lot through air for work or what have you, or just there's a lot of travel and movement here, and also communication. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay, on top of the integrity, the last row of cards here, again we had the loyalty and the Hermit. Princess of Wands. Wands is fire. That's about taking action. The Hermit is about going inside to... It's interesting to me, they have two animals here with racks on their head. Yeah, and the Hermit is jumping in the air, and in the Princess of Wands, it's just staying there kind of noticing what's going on. But the Princess of Wands is about... Usually the Page of Wands is about exciting news, right, that comes through. I feel like it's not news outside of us. It's something that we've discovered as we went inside. We may have calmed ourselves down enough to discover something about ourselves, and this creates an exciting way forward. Now I've got to be careful because, again, I'm getting a negative spell here about trying to trick people. Now, is this our past or present or our future? As we go to the middle side, again, our happiness, there's cycles within here of fulfilling happiness. How do we get there? How do we do it? We've done it this way. Is it working? I feel like it's really never worked, but I feel like from the Capricorn side of things, it made me happy. So this is what they're trying to figure out. The High Priestess, on top of her, we get the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about choices. And I feel quite heavily the choice here that they're giving me is integrity or no. And I feel like the Capricorn's going in the way and no. Because with integrity, I don't get what I want. It's not going to make me happy. This is their perception. It's not reality, but it's their perception. So that's the way they're going, is what I'm getting. Because we're going to keep things very secretive. There's a cycle here. They're not saying whether it's ending. It's not ending. It's continuing. But are we going to be illuminated to what it is what I'm wondering. Now, again, the mind mechanics, manipulation, and whatnot, and the fact that being in a manipulative mode and doing this, going outward to change things so that nobody sees on the outside what I truly am on the inside, really does taint our self-worth. It doesn't bring up our self-worth meter. Now, the Eight of Wands expands on that, saying there's some quick, fast energy coming in here. The Princess of Wands also emphasizes that as well, bumps that up a notch, because she can speak to exciting news as well. But again, I felt like Eight of Wands can speak to the arrows of love. It can speak to incoming messages. It can also, you know what they're telling me, can also speak to internet communications that are titillizing, right? So we may have like a scenario of like 6 or 8 daters that we're dating. How do you say that? Serial dating? That kind of thing. It speaks to that. The Eight of Wands can speak to that. We may be hearing messages from them that's exciting, or we may be trying to cover up with one, and you know, this kind of thing, trying to juggle. Okay, the expansion card we get is the King of Wands. He goes out and he gets what he wants. This guy, King of Wands, there he is. So he really, you know, the sense I'm getting here is we have, and I'm picking up on a masculine energy, no doubt. He wants what he wants, and if there's 8 things he wants, he's going to get those 8 things. And he ain't going to let nothing get in the way. And truth and dignity and integrity, that don't mean nothing. Get out of my way, because I'm going to get it, whether it's in truth, in dignity, or what integrity. Has nothing to do with it. There's a lot of secrecy here, a lot of action here, but not a lot being seen on the surface. Everything's on the down low, but on the surface, he's calm, cool, collected. He's going out doing, moving and shaking in ways that are calm, cool, collected, but underneath he's freaking out. And he may have like 6 or 7 relationships on the go. And this may be an excitement factor for him. He may have, you know, that may be something that he likes to do to see how many can I keep going and not get caught. It's almost like a challenge. And the King of Wands don't back away from no challenge, no way. This guy here is pretty sedentary, but nonetheless, that is the reading for Capricorn. Now I'm going to get into the bumper cards. That's pretty heavy. These are really weird energies coming in here, but oh well, it comes from somewhere. Okay, Capricorn, I'm going to give you your planetary card. Look at this. Look at this. Change of heart. Eclipse in Taurus, reevaluation. 2 and 6 is 8. 8 is infinity, don't you know? Reevaluation. So there's something here they need to reevaluate. I feel it is not on their agenda to do this, though I feel the universal energies will support you in this, but I don't feel they're going in that way. The TLC card, hopefully this will help. Always accompanied. Do you know that you are loved by a benevolent source? One who knows you and cares for you without reservation. The divine is showing up for you in various forms, no matter where you find yourself. It may occur in forms of sharing fondness and faithful friends, or in any of the various other diversified forms of all life. Such as, you ask, a keen-sighted dragonfly darting around you, or sunshine lighting up a crude pathway through a dense forest, or an encouraging word from a stranger at the moment you need it most. Remove the lens of indifference and disbelief as you open yourself to seeing more than meets the eye. You'll notice the amazing abundance of signs affirming your direction. Step into wonderment and behold yourself embraced by the divine. So the sense here I'm getting too as well is that we may feel alone, and therefore we fill up our dating schedule so full that we don't have time to think about being alone. So we're just, every minute of the day is squished into something or someone that we put in there. And we may need to think more about connecting to universal energies rather than connecting to just bodies outside of us. And a change of heart. Again, I feel it's needed. I feel it's lacking here. But there's a cycle here that wants to be illuminated. I feel it will be. It's just, it becomes harsher and harsher as time goes on. King of Wands goes after what he wants. He has a decision here whether to go right or left. I think he's made his decision. He's just trying to accompany it with cover-ups and that will just not work. So warning, that will not work. So you either just go above board and say, this is me, this is who I am, and go out and do what you want, or you work from integrity and start to kind of minimize those things that are unneeded and learn to spend time by yourself and appreciate yourself more. That will help. Eclipse in Taurus making its rounds, man. A lot of change of heart in the heart department for a lot of these signs. Re-evaluating where we need to go and what we need to do. So, Capricorn, hopefully that helps you for the month of March 2021. Take care, have fun, and be kind.